Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV. We are back with another video. I know it's very late, but we have Tuesday, November 12th around the NBA. We have about 4 games to talk about from tonight, so I'm going to try to do this brief, probably work on some editing, and then wind down for bed. But getting into it, we have the Hawks and the Celtics. Again, this is the NBA Cup as well, so this is a pretty big deal. Obviously, the NBA Cup has no playoff implications or anything. I don't think it does anyway. I haven't really read into the rules for the NBA Cup. But, yeah, Dyson Daniels, insane games, career high, 28 points. Jalen Johnson is a triple-double. The Hawks beat the Celtics. Tough loss for us, I will say. Definitely a game we should have won. I know you can't win every game, but that was definitely a game we should have won. Onyeka Okongwu tipped in a missed shot with 6.1 seconds left, and Jaylen Brown missed a jumper at the buzzer. The Atlanta Hawks overcame a 15-point second-half deficit. Of course, it's the fucking Celtics. Yeah, we're going to choke a lead, right? I mean, of course. This is the NBA Cup opener, and this is a huge statement win. So shout out to the Hawks. My uncle's actually a fan of the Hawks, so GG's to that. Really well, rounded effort here for the Hawks to win this game. Onyeka Okongwu, huge bucket down the stretch. Neemias Queta had a really good defense, and honestly, not having Porzingis has kind of been a blessing for us. I know we'd probably be better with Porzingis, but giving a guy like Queta, I think that Queta's an opportunity. I think that's great for our organization, getting him some minutes. He blocks so many shots. I mean, obviously, Dyson Daniels, insane fucking performance on both sides of the basketball, scoring the ball, ripping, getting in passing lanes. It's great. Obviously, Jaylen Brown played pretty fucking good, too, offensively. He put in that work. But let's look at the Hawks first. Jalen Johnson, 18 points, 10 assists, 13 rebounds. He shot 50% from three. You get a 28-point performance for Dyson Daniels. Again, that's fucking awesome. Again, I hate to see my Celtics lose, but no Trae Young, and you come out there and you put on a showing. That is fucking amazing. Looking at the Boston Celtics, though, 20 points for Jason Tatum. I know he didn't have the greatest shooting splits, but we also have Derek White going for 31 points, shooting 67%. Jaylen Brown at 37. He shot 50% from three. Obviously, we'd like to see a little more out of Al Horford and Drew Holiday, and that's been kind of a consistent issue here with the Boston Celtics. And yeah, we didn't really have anyone off the bench that was helping us out either. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we do kind of need Porzingis just for that starting spot. I feel like we should start Queta, maybe. I don't know. That might be crazy, but let's get into the Heat and Pistons. Wow, what a fucking controversial ending to a basketball game. This was fucking crazy. Holy shit. Pistons win their first NBA Cup game after the Heat call a phantom timeout in overtime. What the fuck are you doing, Spoelstra? Yo, Spol, if you're watching this, you're not, but the fuck are you doing, man? Anyway, that's just crazy. We can't just breeze over that. That was one of the biggest Shaq in a fool moments we've seen all season long. Malik Beasley made a tie-breaking free throw with 1.1 seconds left in overtime after Miami was given a technical foul for calling a timeout when it had none left. I mean, this is some shit you see in a fucking 2K game. Some dumbass sees a fucking scoreboard and calls a fucking timeout. I don't understand it. The Detroit Pistons barely beat the Heat by 2, of course. Yeah, what a timeout blunder. I mean, Erik Spoelstra, one of the greatest coaches of all time, and that's just one of the more fatal mistakes I've seen him make in his entire career. It's actually kind of insane. Yeah, Tyler Hero, though, I mean, what a wasted performance from him. Just looking at him, obviously the best three-point shooting night of his career. He played fucking amazing. I think the buzz cut's really suiting him well. He's a fucking dog. I mean, 10 three-pointers, this guy. He doesn't miss a shot. Obviously, Tobias Harris doing a really good job getting to the rim for the Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr. had to leave on a wheelchair. This was a very interesting game. He had concussion protocol, so yeah. Cade Cunningham, again, he's such a good defensive player. People are going to have to start recognizing that soon because it is hard to miss. But looking at the Miami Heat, 20 points and 12 rebounds for Bam Adebayo, made his only 3 of the game. 40 fucking points for Tyler Hero. The guy shot 10 for 17. Who the fuck was writing this guy off? Does he have did a baddie break up with him? What the fuck is going on here? Tyler Hero, insane fucking shooting clinic, shot over 50% from the field. This guy is incredible for that. Again, they didn't win, and obviously having Kevin Love as your starter that far into his career is not going to fucking help anything. But yeah, they had plenty of guys. I mean, Duncan Robinson, Josh Richardson, Jaime Jaquez off the bench they could have put over Kevin Love, but I guess they did to an extent. I don't know. It's a weird situation. I mean, you can't really blame it on a single player after seeing what fucking Eric Spoelstra did in that game. Looking at the Pistons, though, 21 points for Cade Cunningham. You get 13 points and 10 rebounds off the bench for Beef Stew. Isaiah Stewart, 67% shooting, and 21 points for Malik Beasley. He's been continuing to be a very underrated, dope little bench piece there for the Pistons. It's great. Let's move on to the Suns and the Jazz. The last couple of games of the night. I don't know how the Jazz are staying in some of these games. I don't know. Devin Booker scores 31. He leads the Suns to an 8-point victory over the Jazz. Obviously, everyone's NBA Cup opener. I don't really care about that. I'm kind of just looking at this as a regular season game. But yeah, Devin Booker, great scoring. Same with Bradley Beal. Those two complementing each other on the offense very well. Yeah, opening up pool play with a win. That's great. Devin Booker just being so crafty, getting around defenders. It's very fun to watch him play basketball, and it has been ever since he's been in the league. Mason Plumlee was getting up for some lobs. Yeah, the Jazz gained some momentum, and they were doing really good at staying in this game, but I don't know. So Isaiah Collier hit a layup at the buzzer. It's kind of cool to see him playing the NBA. I think he was on USC with Bronny, so that's pretty cool. Lauri Markkanen was throwing it down. Yeah, man. Looking at the Suns, Mason Plumlee, in the absence of Jusuf Nurkic, played really well. 15 points, 14 rebounds, shooting 67%, 24 points for Bradley Beal, 31 points for Devin Booker. He shot 55%. Yeah, man, really good stuff. They had a little bit of a big three. Bradley Beal kind of took over for KD's scoring absence, and Mason Plumlee took over for Jusuf Nurkic being a big man and getting down and dirty down there. That sounded fucking gay. Whatever. Moving on to the Jazz. Holy shit, the Jazz finally started John Collins, and look at that. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 50% from three. I know it didn't lead to winning basketball, but Jesus Christ, it was a long time coming. Like, why weren't they starting him before? I don't know. The rest of the team didn't play that great. I mean, Caleb Williams, he is a young guy. I do have to... Cody Williams, sorry. He is a young guy. I have to cut him some slack, but not the greatest game from him. You have a lot of guys off the bench like Drew Eubanks, Kyle Filipowski, Bryce Sensabaugh, Jordan Clarkson, Johnny Juzang, and Isaiah Collier. That probably could have got minutes over him. Especially a guy like Isaiah Collier, Johnny Juzang. I don't know. They're going to have to figure it out. They're a young, rebuilding team, and I know they're not in a rush to win, so it's fine, but... Still, there you have it. Moving on to the final game of the night. We have the Warriors and the Mavericks. Stephen Curry, man, what the fuck is going on? This guy just continues to play good basketball year in and year out. He never stops. Him and LeBron are going to be up there as having... I know Steph Curry's only been in the league for, give or take, 13 years compared to LeBron's, 22? But... I don't know, man. Steph Curry steals the show, and Klay Thompson's emotional return to the Chase Center. Obviously, the Warriors still had a lot. How are the Warriors 9-2, bro? I don't understand this at fucking all. But Jesus Christ, Steph Curry, insane scoring performance. He scored Golden State's final 12 points. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Rally the Warriors past Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. They win it by 3. Again, NBA Cup game. No one gives a fuck. Let's stop bringing up that storyline. He screams at the camera, big-time threes. You gotta love Steph Curry's energy, man. He's awesome. I'm gonna sound like Flight. I'm gonna glaze the fuck out of him. But him and Klay were going at it. Obviously, Steph played way fucking better than Klay. I'm not saying Klay played bad. He didn't. He actually put up a really good performance, and he almost had to, being back in his home. But Klay Thompson walks into an ovation from Warriors employees, fans. It was a really fun moment, embracing Steve Kerr, Steph Curry after the win. Draymond Green being Draymond Green, making good plays and staring people down. That's a fun time. But looking at the Mavericks, 21 points for Kyrie Irving off of 33% three-point shooting, 31 points for Luka, and Klay had 22 points and he shot 6 for 12 from 3. So I would say that's a pretty dope homecoming game to have. Not the greatest, but obviously he is like the third or fourth scoring option on his new team. It's just been the Steph Curry show all season, man. 37 points. No one else even, plays that good for them. And for the Mavericks, just talking about them, I feel like Najee Marshall could have played better. They have Quentin Grimes. They have Derek Lively off the bench they could bring out. But I know they don't play the same positions. I'm just talking about scoring options. But tomorrow, I'm not super excited. Pacers Magic could be a pretty good game. Other than that, Clippers Rockets could be good. There are a lot of games tomorrow. Grizzlies Lakers could be a good game. Suns Kings. Kind of looking forward to a couple of those, but if any of those are close, I'm going to cover them. Trust me.